Love in unexpected places. Prince Lecon and Adana caught in a scandalous love affair. Murmurs of disbelief and disapproval echoing through the village square. All eyes turned to Prince Lecon and Adana. Their faces flushed with embarrassment and uncertainty. The truth of their illicit romance hung heavy in the air. In a world where duty and desire collide, can their love prevail? Once upon a time, in the small kingdom of Kafula, where grand castles touched the sky and mighty rivers flowed through the beautiful forest, there lived a prince named Lecon. He wasn't like other princes. Instead of fancy things, he liked adventure and being kind. Near Kafula was a small village called Kwasi. In Kwasi, there was a girl named Adana. She wasn't like other girls either. She didn't want fancy stuff. She just wanted everyone to be nice to each other. Adana had a job that wasn't easy. She was a lady of the night, which meant she sold moments of happiness, lust and desires to people passing through the village. But she was kind to everyone she met, listening to their problems and giving them comfort. One day, Prince Lecon came to Kwasi. He was dressed like a regular person, not like a prince. When he saw Adana, something special happened. Their eyes met, and in that moment, something shifted in the air. Prince Lecon felt drawn to Adana, captivated by the warmth and kindness that radiated from her being. And Adana, for her part, saw in the prince a kindred spirit, someone who shared her ideals of compassion and understanding. As they exchanged words, their souls connected in a way neither could fully comprehend. It was as if they had known each other for a lifetime, bound together by an invisible thread woven by the hands of fate. They felt a strong connection, like they had known each other forever. They talked for hours and realized they had a lot in common. Even though they were from different worlds, they both cared about being kind and helping others. But little did they know, danger lurked in the dark. That night, as Prince Lecon made his way back to his palace, he was ambushed by a group of robbers. They wanted to steal his belongings and leave him stranded in the dark. Lecon tried to fight them off, but they were too many, and he was outnumbered. They hit him hard, leaving him bruised and battered on the ground. Meanwhile, Adana, having bid farewell to Lecon, went about her nightly routine. But as she passed by a secluded alley, she heard the sound of a struggle. Without hesitation, she rushed to investigate. There, lying in the dark, was Prince Lecon, barely conscious and badly injured. Adana's heart raced with fear and concern as she knelt beside him. With gentle hands, she tended to his wounds, cleaning away the blood and bandaging him as best as she could. She whispered words of comfort, her voice a soothing balm to his pain. Throughout the night, Adana stayed by Lecon's side, watching over him as he drifted in and out of consciousness. She prayed for his recovery, her heart heavy with worry for this stranger who had stumbled into her life. And as the first light of dawn crept over the horizon, Prince Lecon opened his eyes to find himself cradled in Adana's arms. Grateful for her kindness and care, he knew that he owed his life to this brave and compassionate woman. Little did they know, their bond would grow stronger with each passing day, creating a connection that would withstand the trials and tribulations yet to come. And so, as the sun rose high in the sky, Prince Lecon and Adana embarked on a journey of healing, friendship, and newfound trust. As Prince Lekan regained his strength under Adana's tender care, their bond deepened with each passing day. Adana nursed him back to health with dedication, her gentle touch and soothing words a constant source of comfort. Their conversations flowed freely, ranging from light-hearted banter to heartfelt confessions. Lekan shared stories of his life in the palace, while Adana spoke of her dreams and aspirations. They found solace in each other's company, finding in the other a kindred spirit who understood them like no one else could. In the quiet moments they shared, their connection grew stronger, transcending the boundaries of their different worlds. They laughed together, cried together, and shared their hopes and fears without reservation. But amidst the warmth of their budding friendship, fears filled their hearts. They knew that their bond would be frowned upon, that their society would never accept their relationship. Lekan was a prince, destined to marry a noblewoman and uphold the traditions of his kingdom. Adana was but a simple village girl, her station in life far beneath his own. Yet, despite the looming threat of societal barriers and consequences, they couldn't deny the pull of their hearts. They were drawn to each other in a way that defied logic and reason, their love blossoming like a forbidden flower in the depths of their souls. Prince Lekan and Adana knew that they were playing with fire. But in each other's arms, they found the courage to defy the odds, determined to cherish every moment they had together, no matter the cost. If you enjoy our stories, please subscribe, and also turn on the post notification bell to be notified whenever we post a new story. As the days passed, the kingdom of Kafola buzzed with excitement in anticipation of the royal banquet. It was a grand affair, where nobles from far and wide would gather to celebrate and witness Prince Lekan's announcement of his engagement to a noblewoman. The palace halls shimmered with opulence as servants hurried to prepare for the evening's festivities. Tables were adorned with fine linens and sparkling silverware, while musicians practiced their melodies in the grand ballroom. Meanwhile, in the humble village of Kwasi, Adana went about her daily routine, unaware of the events unfolding in the palace. Little did she know, fate had other plans in store for her that evening. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Adana received an unexpected invitation from one of her clients, a wealthy merchant who frequented the village. He had taken a liking to Adana's company and wished to have her accompany him to the royal banquet as his guest. Grateful for the opportunity to experience a taste of the royal life, Adana accepted the invitation, donning her finest attire and adorning herself with simple yet elegant jewelry. As she entered the palace gates alongside the merchant, Adana couldn't help but feel a sense of awe and wonder at the grandeur that surrounded her. But amidst the splendor, a sense of unease gnawed at her heart. Unbeknownst to Adana, her presence at the banquet had not gone unnoticed. Among the palace servants, whispers spread like wildfire as they recognized the kind-hearted village girl who had captured the prince's attention. And as Adana mingled with the other guests, her eyes met those of a familiar face, a servant who had once crossed paths with her during Prince Lekan's stay in Kwasi. In that moment of recognition, the servant's eyes widened with shock and realization, sending a ripple of apprehension through the palace corridors. For Adana, the evening had taken an unexpected turn, plunging her into a world of intrigue and uncertainty. Little did she know, her presence at the royal banquet would set into motion a chain of events that would test the limits of love and loyalty, and forever alter the course of her destiny. As Adana gracefully mingled through the crowded banquet hall, the air filled with excitement and anticipation. Unbeknownst to her, Every step she took sent ripples of shock and scandal through the kingdom. In a corner of the room, a group of palace servants whispered fervently among themselves, their eyes glazed toward Adana and then back to Prince Lekan. One of them, a young maid who had served in Kwasi during the prince's stay, gasped in recognition as she caught sight of Adana's familiar face. Unable to contain her astonishment, the maid hastily whispered to her fellow servants, spreading the news like wildfire throughout the palace. The revelation of Adana's presence at the banquet, as a guest no less, sent shockwaves through the assembled nobles and courtiers. As word reached the ears of the king and queen, their expressions turned from jovial to grave, realizing the implications of this unexpected turn of events. Prince Lekan's secret affair with Adana had been inadvertently exposed, laying bare the scandalous bond that had blossomed between them. With murmurs of disbelief and disapproval echoing through the banquet hall, all eyes turned to Prince Lekan and Adana, their faces flushed with embarrassment and uncertainty. The truth of their illicit romance hung heavy in the air, casting a shadow over the once celebratory atmosphere. For Adana, the realization of how her mere presence had sparked such scandal was a bitter pill to swallow. She had never intended to cause such uproar, never imagined that her connection to Prince Lekan would be revealed in such a public and humiliating manner. But as the shock and outrage reverberated through the palace walls, she knew that there was no escaping the consequences of their scandalous love. Prince Lekan and Adana stood side by side, their hearts heavy with the weight of societal judgment, yet determined to face whatever challenges lay ahead, united in their unwavering devotion to each other. Share this video with friends and family. Help us to grow our channel. As the truth of Prince Lekan's scandalous romance with Adana spread like wildfire throughout the kingdom, the consequences of their actions became painfully clear. In the grand halls of the palace, the king and queen's disappointment weighed heavily on Prince Lekan's shoulders. They had hoped for a noble match that would secure the kingdom's future, but instead, their son had chosen love over duty. Their once proud hearts now shattered with disappointment, torn between their love for their son and their duty to the kingdom. Meanwhile, in the village of Kwasi, Adana faced the harsh reality of society's judgment. Once admired for her kindness and compassion, she was now shunned and ostracized by those who once praised her virtues. Gossip and whispers followed her wherever she went, casting a shadow over her once bright spirit. The very people who had sought solace in her arms now turned their backs on her, their prejudice and scorn cutting deeper than any blade. Adana felt the weight of their judgment like a heavy stone, crushing her spirit, yet she refused to let it break her. Amidst the turmoil, Prince Lekan grappled with his own internal struggle. Torn between his love for Adana and his duty to the kingdom, he found himself at a crossroads, unsure of which path to follow. On one hand, he longed to defy convention and be with the woman he loved, consequences be damned. But on the other hand, he couldn't ignore the responsibilities that came with his royal title. His duty to the kingdom weighed heavily on his heart, threatening to tear him apart from the inside out. As he watched Adana suffer the brunt of society's cruelty, Prince Lekan's resolve hardened. He refused to let their love be tainted by the prejudices of others. He would fight for Adana, no matter the cost, even if it meant sacrificing everything he held dear. And so, amidst the chaos and uncertainty, Prince Lekan and Adana stood united, their love a beacon of hope in a world filled with darkness and despair. Together, they would defy the odds, facing whatever challenges lay ahead with courage and determination, determined to prove that love conquers all. As Prince Lekan and Adana braved the storm of societal judgment and prejudice, their love burned brighter than ever, defying all odds. But their journey was far from easy. With every step forward, new obstacles and conflicts emerged, threatening to tear them apart. Political intrigue simmered in the shadows of the palace, as rival factions sought to exploit the scandal surrounding Prince Lekan's forbidden romance. Rumors and whispers spread like wildfire, casting doubt on the prince's ability to rule and threatening to destabilize the kingdom.